Kubo and the Two Strings is directed by Travis Knight and is the story of a young boy named, you guessed it, Kubo, and through an unfortunate event, he must embark on a quest to find his father's armor to defeat a vengeful spirit from his past. Now, I haven't seen many stop motion pictures in the past, but I can surely appreciate the work that goes into this art form, and the time and care that went into making this film really shows because this is a beautiful looking film. But you might be wondering, does this story need to be told in stop motion? I believe it does, but I'll get into that a little later. But first I want to talk about why I like this film so much, and a lot of it had to do with the characters, specifically Kubo. He had such heart that from his first moments on screen, you can't not like his character, and I feel like Kubo was like a young Anakin Skywalker done right, sort of this youthful innocence with unlimited potential to be great. The supporting characters were just as good as well. Monkey and Beetle complemented each other very well, both filling that parental figure on Kubo's quest, Monkey being more strict and cautious, contrast to Beetle, who was the more laid-back and easygoing character. This film doesn't hold back either. There are scenes that I could see being too frightening for children, and I like that the film dares to go in that direction. I think it really conveys the message that sometimes the world can be a scary place, and I have to praise the film on that aspect. But the thing I like most about this film was its story. This is the kind of story that I can see being told as a bedtime story that can really spark children's imagination. It hits so many notes on multiple levels, and it has this mystical quality to it that was very fitting for the animation style. Before I mentioned that the film needed to be a stop motion animation, and I think it's because of the story. Had this film been a live action movie, I think it would have cheapened the mythology, whereas the stop motion, I feel, enhanced it. Another thing that I liked about the story was that it has multiple themes that children can learn from and adults can relate to. You know, themes of family, love, and loss, just themes that I think almost anyone can appreciate. However, I do have a couple issues. In my opinion, there could have been a touch less of humor. I understand it's a children's movie, but there were times where it felt like every word out of a character's mouth was comedic, and it felt like it cheapened the tone they were going for. The other problem I have is a big spoiler, and I can't talk about it without spoiling the movie for you, so I'm going to go ahead and throw up the spoiler warning on the screen. So what sets Kubo on his quest is that his aunts have come down from the heavens sent by his grandfather, and his mom sacrifices herself and uses the last for magic to save him, bringing this monkey figure that he has to life. But later on in the movie, you find out that she uses her magic to sort of transfer her conscience or her soul into this monkey figure, and so the monkey is actually Kubo's mom. That wasn't the thing that I had the issue with, because later on you find that Beetle is actually Kubo's father that was supposed to have died years before. And that I could have done without. They do tie it up at the end pretty well, and I can see why they had to have the father in the storyline, so Kubo finally has this sense of family that he was missing pretty much all his life. But I just didn't like how the father was sort of like shoehorned in there. I really preferred it to be like this figure that Kubo looks up to that he's never met. He just sort of strives to be someone like his father that his mother always told him about. So that I could have done without. But aside from those two small issues I have, I really like this film and I highly recommend you go see it. It's the best film I've seen this summer since Civil War, and if I had half marks on my scale, I would definitely add a half to this rating, but I will give Kubo and the Two Strings a high five. So Kubo and the Two Strings, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Leave a comment below, tell me your thoughts. Please, if you enjoyed watching this review, hit that thumbs up button below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, you can click right here and see more videos. Bye, Andrew.